Okay, so today we are here with AJ Lausten. Go ahead and give yourself a quick little introduction.
Hi, I'm AJ Lausten. I'm a right-handed pitcher going to North Dakota State next year.
First question I have for you, we're going to go through about 10 of them. What was your biggest goal when you started training with FSP?
To gain weight?
What was your weight at when we started?
Oh boy, 160 at the low point.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Somewhere around there. Where are we at now?
180 to 185.
Now, what was your velo day one when you started with me at 160 pounds?
Oh, like over the spring break?
Yeah.
86, 88, right?
I think it was, yeah, I think
something like that.
86,
maybe touching an 89.
Okay, where's our velo at now?
I was like, my max this year was like 91, 93 this summer.
Gaining weight works. What kind of results have you seen since starting, whether that be physical, game, or mental? What do you think the biggest changes have been?
Well, the biggest changes is that I can move like an athlete on the mound because I was a shortstop. When I first started, I didn't feel like an athlete. I just felt like a robot. Like I thought pitchers were just supposed to move like a certain strict kind of way instead. Now I'm more like free, feel better, like feel like I'm throwing from shortstop on the mound more often. So,
was there a specific moment when you realized that training with FSP was working, or kind of like that light bulb moment where things like really started to click?
Yeah, so like my first year as a pitcher, I didn't go on the first opening day trip to Florida, and I didn't go on the next couple, which was over spring break. I think I DM'd you, right? That was when I DM'd you. And I was like, hey, I'm a pitcher now. Like, we knew each other from BRX. I did your plyo stuff at BRX and your throwing stuff at BRX. Yeah, then I texted you and I was like, hey, I'm a pitcher. I don't really know what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I need help. And then within, like, I think it was like literally like the next day I flew out to here, right? So then we came here, and then like I felt like we got so much done in like, what was it, 9 or 10 days maybe.
Yeah, I think it was 8 or 9 days.
A lot of med ball stuff. That's when the arm swing started, and just feeling more athletic, and all the plyos were athletic, and like I was doing med balls athletically off the mound. Yeah, that really helped. I got done with spring break, and our first game at home was against Iona, which it was still my first game ever to pitch, right? And it was raining, and I go in and we were only up like 2-3 in like the fourth. My first at bat, I gave up a double. Then I think I punched the next two kids out, and then I got a ground out, and then like the next inning I did the same thing. So then I was like, all right, I can actually pitch, you know what I mean? And my velo was good for that year, you know. I think that was the hardest I threw all year in that game.
Yeah, it's almost like as soon as we got back on campus, like you went from not being invited on trips to being one of the dudes out of the pen pretty quickly.
Yeah, like I was throwing a lot.
What do you think makes FSP different than any other place or school that you've ever trained?
There's a couple things. One, the lifting was awesome. I loved it. It kept me engaged. There was like a bunch of different things to do, but it was just like time. So there wasn't like any set reps like you had to accomplish. It was just like, if we were doing 10 seconds, it's like, how many can you do in 10 seconds? Like, you know what I mean? It's just like all out. And then it was just, I don't know, it kept me engaged, wanted to do it, feel good physically. And then the throwing, I mean, like, it's just like, it's easy to find new things to like help fix problems with you guys, because we're like super honest. I feel like we're super honest with everyone here. You know what I mean? Like, like you say something like, we're doing a drone, I'm like, that doesn't feel right. You're like, all right, let's try something else. Or like, if I'm doing something, I'm like, you need to fix that now. Like, you know what I mean? We can normally get on top of it pretty quickly.
How would you describe your experience with the coaches here and what the environment is at the gym during the summer, during college summer training?
It was awesome. I mean, I've known you for almost forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think we're at like
8th grade. I was maybe freshman year of high school.
Freshman year of high school, I think. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's like 7 years.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So like I've known you for a while, obviously, and we got along pretty well at BRX, I thought. And then it was just you when I first started. This year, well, last summer I wasn't really with like all the guys. I was only with like Joe and Jay Chris for like only like 2 weeks, and then it was.
Yeah, because you were towards the end of the summer.
Yeah. So it was mostly just me and you. This summer it was fun because you hired Doug, and Doug's the man. We have nicknames for Doug. Doug the Thug. Thugless is another one. But no, Doug is awesome. I mean, he fits literally right in here, I feel like. And he's, I mean, great with the pitching stuff, great with everything, good to talk to. If you just need to shoot the shit, or like you know, just like you are, you know what I mean? Fits right in.
Yeah. If you were talking to another college baseball player that was looking to find somewhere to train, what would you tell them about FSP?
I would tell them to sign up, because it really does make a difference. Like, the movements, like you probably haven't done many of these movements, you know what I mean? Where it's gonna take some time to get used to and like learn it. You know, it's different, but it frickin' works. And then even if I'm not here, I can just send him videos and it's like, all right, he sends me a video back, or like we'll hop on a FaceTime call, you know what I mean? I mean, it's very adaptable.
How could you sum up your entire FSP experience in one sentence?
In one sentence, no word cap. I feel like an athlete pitcher instead of just a pitcher.
Probably the first 6 months that we were transitioning to the mound, the entire thought process behind that was, you know, everything that you knew movement-wise was how to be a shortstop, how to be athletic, kind of getting to the point where we were relating your goals and movement to some type of thing that you were going to accomplish at shortstop, right? Like, you know, if we were trying to get you to, you know, get over your lead leg a little bit more and actually finish your rotation, like, hey, you're deep in the hole, let's do a one hop to the first baseman, but make sure that you yank it a little bit, right? Like, understanding the difference between what you felt before and how we can manipulate those feelings into something on the mound.
Yeah.
So I think that was really eye-opening for me as well, right? Because it's a completely different way of coaching than I normally have to. So that was really fun.
Well, it was fun because it was like, oh, this is like way better. You know what I mean? It just like was like.
That was night and day.
Yeah.
I think the beginning of that first week that you came out here, I think your first bullpen was literally 84, 85.
Yeah, and my shoulder hurt.
And your shoulder hurt. And by the time we left, 8 or 9 days later, no shoulder pain, and I think the last bullpen was like 88, 89.
Yeah, I do remember that,
Yeah,
and then
so that was huge. All right, AJ, well, thank you very much for your time, my guy.
Of course. And cut.